Well, we have a new postseason tournament in college basketball that begins tonight, and it's called the College Basketball Crown. In the first three rounds of this tournament, it's a 16-team tournament, will be played at the MGM Grand Arena in Las Vegas, with the final game being played at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, home of the Las Vegas National Hockey League franchise. So before we get to that, let's get to a couple things here at Wager Talk. I know a couple of you out there have complained about the length of these videos. Folks, when I do two videos, I do an insightful analysis, I would hope you think. So, and also, don't forget, I'm in business and I'm being paid by Wager Talk. And, we stay in business by making money. So we have to promo what we got going on, or I got going on for that matter. So I hold my weight over at Wager Talk. So hopefully you could guys understand a little bit more. I'm just not some Tom, Dick, and Harry that's making a podcast and throwing it up against the wall and hope it sticks. So in any event, let's get to the two games I'm going to be covering tonight in this college basketball crown tournament, if you want to call it that. And we're talking about the first game on the agenda will be the early game on the evening card. There's two games that go during the day. By the way, I have a winning side in one of those games that goes at 5:30 Eastern time today. So you have plenty of time to get in. 12-7 run right now with my college basketball premium picks. So take advantage of that. It's $25. You can get it right now. Okay. So Arizona State, Nebraska is the opening game of the night card, which begins at 8:30 Eastern time. All of these games in this tournament will be televised by Fox Sports 1. So that's a nice thing. It's always great when games are on television. You don't have to go to ESPN Plus or some um, obscure stream to capture the game that you're betting on. Nebraska right now is a 5.5 point favorite according to DraftKings, and they're five across the board everywhere else. Nebraska, this is the least of two evils here because neither one of these teams comes in to the tournament on a high. Nebraska lost their last five games. Four of those losses came to teams that did not make the NCAA tournament. Arizona State, by the way, 0-4 in their last four, 1-10 in their last 11, and 3-16 in their last 19. And they're in a postseason tournament. Gotta love college basketball these days, folks. But here's the thing about Arizona. They played the number 13 strongest schedule in America. So give them a little bit of a pass there. Their non-conference slate, as a matter of fact, they were number 31 in terms of strength of schedule when it comes to non-conference. And they captured some decent wins in their non-conference portion of the schedule, beating New Mexico, St. Mary's, and Grand Canyon, all NCAA tournament teams. And also, they lost by just 8 at Gonzaga on the road at Gonzaga. Not a easy place to play against a very good Gonzaga team. And that game was actually tied 38-38 at the half. So Arizona State this year, 4-1 in non-conference games that are played on a neutral floor, which this one is going to be. So, and then you look at Nebraska, their strength of schedule, it leaves a lot to be desired. It goes up because of the fact they played in the Big Ten, but their non-conference schedule was number 264 in the country. So I'm going to take a shot here with the Arizona State Sun Devils plus the 5.5 at DraftKings over the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Folks, don't forget my NBA. I know college basketball has been the focus for a lot of us over the last couple of weeks, but the NBA, we still got 2+ months left in the NBA. And starting tomorrow, we're going to have a special. You can get the rest of the NBA season for just $195, rest of the regular season, playoffs, and right through the NBA finals. And my NBA on a 60% run since the third week in November and 59% since late February of last year. So it's been a 13-month, very profitable run in the NBA, which right now I'm number one in the NBA in net profit during that course of time, which is late February to the present time. All right, let's get to, and you can, by the way, wt.buzz/RB is where you'll find me. wt.buzz/RB, folks. If you like the videos you're seeing here on WagerTalk TV, especially the ones from me, I would be very happy if you hit that like button. It just shows a little bit of appreciation for the time, work, and effort I put in to bringing you guys a quality free pick video each and every day. And I believe I'm at 28-17 with my last 45 college basketball picks right here on WagerTalk TV. All right, the nightcap is going to be played between the Georgetown Hoyas and the Washington State Cougars, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Again, this game will be televised by FS1, Fox Sports 1 to be specific. Washington State over the last 5 games has averaged a little over 86 points per game. And during that course of time, they've shot 51.5% from the field and 36.5% from beyond the three-point line. Now, they do play in the West Coast Conference that had only 2 teams go to the NCAA tournament. Actually, that's pretty good when you consider they're a mid-major conference that's been dominated over the years by Gonzaga and St. Mary's. This year was no different. But still, they held themselves pretty accountable up until throughout the year, I should say. Also, Washington State, 5 players that average 10 points or more per game. And 4 of those 5 players are shooting over 37% from beyond the three-point line. So they have some offensive weapons. And Georgetown defensively over their last 5 games, 79.2 points per game allowed, 53% shooting allowed, 37% from beyond the three-point line. So this looks like Washington State will be able to put up some huge offensive numbers tonight. The problem is with them, are they going to be able to stop the opposition? Because defensively has been a bit of their issue in conference play right through the end of the season. Look, Georgetown is 5-13 in their last 18 games. That's after a 12-2 start. They played one of the weakest non-conference schedules in the country, meaning Georgetown, but they did play in the Big East, which is a much tougher conference from top to bottom than the West Coast Conference is. So you have to factor that in when it comes to these types of games. So I'm going to stay away from the side, and I am going to take the team total for Washington State. Washington State over their team total of 78. That's at Bet Online right now. Everywhere else, there's 78.5. That's okay as well. So we're going to go with Washington State over their team total of 78 or 78.5. And we're also going to go with the Arizona State Sun Devils +5 or 5.5 against Nebraska on Monday, March the 31st, last day of March, folks. You know what tomorrow is? April Fool's Day. But will be no fools on April Fool's Day, as I'll have a $5 special offer. Actually, it's $5 Tuesdays at WagerTalk, but I'll have a $5 pick. My $5 pick, I should say, comes in one of the NIT semifinals games between North Texas and UC Irvine. So that will be up by 8 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. My clients already have that pick, so they know. But in any event, stay tuned for that as well. Don't forget to give my video a like, and if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, WagerTalk TV, it's 100% free to do so. Hit that subscribe button below, folks. Take care, and God bless.